Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
And don't get me started on the number of toilets I've clogged, maybe 1,000 or more than that. And I tried wearing adult diapers, but when I have a crap explosion, they overflow. It's horrible.
Wow.
Thank you, AI. There is a good
isn't.
use
It's
for AI.
terrible, but that's funny.
There is a good use for AI.
They were honest
That
about
is
it.
using the superpower for good.
Yep.
Wait, there's more.
There's more.
Hold, please.
After I lost the election in a landslide, I didn't crap for a month, so I took a ton of laxatives, and I woke up the next morning drowning in an ocean of my own. It was totally disgusting. So when they say Trump the bed in 2020, they weren't kidding, and only I really did my bed. The biggest crap I ever took was 8 pounds, 9 ounces, like a fat baby.
Hey, I was 8'10".
Like no one's ever seen before. People had tears in their eyes and said, Sir, what a huge turd. No one's ever seen such a turd before. But it turns out they were talking about me, and I hear that a lot because I'm a walking deuce. I am what would happen if a gigantic piece of came to life, only more gross and more offensive.
It's like that was written for me.
Sir, you're a giant deuce.
I'm sorry, that's good AI. I
It
think
really is.
clips like that are worth a few violent robot uprisings.
Yep, sorry. I think so. You're absolutely right.
Stealing
Yeah.
George Carlin's act, bad.
AI is not. It's not better
Donald
than
Trump
human
poo
beings.
humor. Yay!
There we go.
Hi, John Fugelsang. Hiya. It's been a long
morning.
week.
I hear we have an announcement on Monday.
Yeah, I hear there's a big
do-
announcement.
do
Hour
we?
2, Monday.
Is that true? We have an announcement on Monday?
Yeah.
had
I don't know
idea.
anything
Thanks
about
for
it,
announcing
you
the
guys.
announcement. Yeah. I'm excited.
Okay. You tweeted SCOTUS understands that our founding fathers really, 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 really missed having a king. Yes, that was it's the end result of this week.
Let's talk about those 6. Let me just tell you something. You can go ahead and badmouth the corruption of these Supreme Court justices. The fact that it took them, 3.5 days to decide Bush v. Gore, but they need 2 months to decide if America has a king or not. I say those 6 people are worth every penny. I mean, if you can ever buy a judge as reliable as them, buy them, folks. Buy them.
Yeah.
They're much better than gold sneakers. It's a solid investment.
You tweeted, "Dear Republicans, your party has gone from I am not a crook to a crook is not a crook." that literally, somebody reprinted the Watergate headline. You know, it just feels like a time that we don't even recognize anymore. Like, what, complying with a Supreme Court ruling? Wait, rule of law still stands? I mean, that's I'm wearing my Justice shirt because I still do believe, John, I believe Sexy Liberal Tour is going to save the world, which is why we
are
named
going to
it that.
save the world.
We are going to turn
Let me
out
tell you.
in record numbers. We are going to, I mean, if we have to do this again, we're going to have to do it again, right?
We're going to do it as many times as we have to do it, because we have to remember their evil is great, but their stupid is greater. They are always going to have more dumb than sinister. Their rap name is Dim Shady. This Republican Party is so dumb. They are doing such a great job at getting people who are already going to vote Republican to vote Republican while alienating everybody else.
Yeah.
What have they done in the last year to try to get people who aren't Republican, people who are not white, people who are independent, people who are not Christian, people who are women, to vote for this party? Censuring Adam Schiff and Rashida Tlaib, having 2 votes for a speaker and firing one of them, Hunter Biden harassment, and now IVF. I mean, they're going after, you can't terminate a fetus, and you can't make one either. I mean, this Alabama, the one state where they can't spell IVF.
But this is perfect, because you said they are now denying Trump got the COVID shot and booster, which Trump publicly announced that he had received, but it's not a cult.
No.
I mean, They just twist whatever facts, whatever way they want to, right?
Yeah, and again, you got to remember, they're not trying to get more people to vote for them. Who is Donald Trump going to get to vote for him now that didn't vote in 2020?
Yeah.
They're not even trying. This is just Donald Trump fleecing Republicans, and that's why he put his daughter-in-law in charge of the RNC. I don't want to be petty, and neither does she. But it's
see what you did there. It's a Tom Petty joke. I get it.
They've not just awakened a sleeping giant. They've attacked a sleeping giant with baseball bats, and he's going to destroy their village.
I mean, if this were a normal time, just this alone, Michael tweets, Trump talked a lot about bringing manufacturing back to America, but under Biden, manufacturing investment has grown faster than at any time in recent history, and it's not even close. During Trump's presidency, manufacturing spending grew by 5%. Under Biden, it has grown by 279%. This border thing, John, they keep talking about crime. Crime has gone down by every metric. Murder has gone down. I mean, they literally have nothing to run on.
Nothing. And let's remember, natural-born American citizens commit crimes at much higher rates than legal immigrants and undocumented immigrants. In all cases, Hunter Biden, I thought this whole election was going to be about Hunter Biden's laptop and inflation and gas prices. Turns out that was yesterday's smear. They got nothing. And if they had a single policy that helped non-millionaires, it's all they'd talk about. I mean, this old man Biden is going to be able to do this campaign in a bathrobe and slippers at this point. They're really making it easy.
You retweeted Alex Cole said, for people who didn't want to vote for Hillary, everything SCOTUS does is all your fault. You said, I still haven't finished thanking all those swim state purity test libs for helping kill Roe v. Wade. You know, if you didn't believe us then, the Supreme Court is important. You know, maybe this week we'll wake a few people up.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, we learned that.
By the way, Trump just said yesterday again that liberals want to kill babies after they're born.
Yes.
But okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he keeps saying it. And by the way, let's hear it for the media for never holding his feet to the fire on that. I mean, he said that lie so many times. The mother and the doctor wrap the baby in the blanket and then they kill it. And they just stand there and these rubes drool on the clicker and vote for the guy. It's insane. But in the 14 states that have ended abortion rights for women since the Dobbs decision, we now know that there have been 500,000 rapes and over 67,000 pregnancies due to rape. 67,000 American citizens, 26,313 in Texas. 26,000 American citizens forced by Donald Trump and the Republican Party to be pregnant against their will by a rapist. And we have to always remember to thank the swing state liberals who were too pure to vote for Hillary Clinton in 2016. God bless you guys. You guys don't get enough credit for us pulling out of the Iran nuke deal. You don't get enough credit for a president who lied to everybody in the country during a plague. And you don't get enough credit for women having fewer rights than their mothers or their grandmothers.
Yeah.
Go, Jill Stein voters. This is what it gets worse every year.
I had our friend Dino Badala, our mutual SiriusXM friend yesterday, just talking about the uncommitted vote. And I think, part of it, John, while obviously all of us on our side, feel the pain of the genocide there. That's the other thing, by the way, Jody, we keep getting into. It's about words, like Malcolm Nance said, he was talking about other genocides. He said, this is not a genocide, Rwanda, this, whatever, because millions of people were slaughtered. This is war. It's not genocide. I mean, I don't care what you call it. All of us care that the 20-something, however, thousand Palestinians have died. All of us care about that. And so, I don't want to be, what do we say, Jody? Patrocending to people that voted. It's just we're in such a terrifying time, John. I just hope this is now and not in November.
Let me make you. Can I make you feel better about it, Steffi?
Yes.
Because you can call it whatever you want. You can call it war crimes, ethnic cleansing. They certainly are trying to get all the brown people out of the area to take the land. It's an abomination. It does not keep Israel safer. It does not prevent future terrorism. It keeps Netanyahu from going to jail a couple of days longer. That's what it is. And Hamas is evil. Let's cover that base. Hamas, evil Nazis, we all know.
No, I said this morning, I don't trust anything Hamas or the Israeli military says. That's what makes this situation even worse, But
remember, like Colin Kaepernick, when he chose to take a knee, he could have given the finger. He could have given done something confrontational. The folks in Michigan, they didn't stay home. They didn't vote for a Republican. They didn't vote for Dean Phillips. They sent a signal to President Biden.
Right.
And the signal is, we want to support you. We know that Joe Biden is doing so much behind the scenes. We know it. And we also know that Muslims are not going to wind up voting for Donald Trump, who wants to ban them from entering the country this November.
Yeah. And by the way, Dean pointed out what I've been saying about, Netanyahu's unbelievable disrespect to President Obama and how he's always been part of the GOP apparatus, and that he desperately wants Donald Trump back in. He's been very open about his support for, doing everything he can to undermine Biden, so to get Trump back in. I mean,
all the dictators want Trump. Hamas wants Trump. North Korea wants Trump. Saudi Arabia wants Trump. Putin wants Trump. The worst people in the world want Trump, and people who can read can infer what they need to from that and vote correctly. But dumb authoritarians support dumb authoritarians, which is why Trump supports Putin and MAGA supports Trump. But these folks in Michigan could have stayed home. They could have voted a Republican.
Yeah, I hear you.
They sent a message to Biden, and the message was, we want to be on your side. We want to be on your side. It was one of the smartest and most respectful protests against your own party leader I've ever seen in a primary vote.
Here is our friend Whoopi Goldberg on this.
What will this impact of these uncommitted voters be and have in the general election? I personally don't know, but I have to tell you that you're in danger of seeming like a one-issue voter. And that's, I'm pretty sure, not where people are at. I understand you're upset. We talked about this yesterday. I understand you're upset. But, either we're going to fix it together or we're not.
Yeah. We were just saying this latest horrible story, John, about the aid, It's just heartbreaking. We were saying that people are starving. Palestinians have been eating, animal feed for 2 months, and here we go. Israel's fired on people. They said they were being threatening. On the other side, you've got aid organizations saying it's impossible to deliver aid because either Hamas steals it or the Israeli military. I mean, it is just a cluster F of epic proportions that is. I hope I'm hearing this morning. I'm hearing this morning. There still might be a chance, though, for ceasefire by Monday. I don't know what you think.
I mean, when a ceasefire comes, Joe Biden will get credit for it, and I'm really glad we're having all this age nonsense with Biden peaking before the springtime. Because I tell you, the backlash against this ageism is going to be like the backlash against Hillary's emails we never got in time. Thank God. This is not going to be Hillary's emails exploding 2 months before an election. This is getting out of the way early. People will have a clear choice on this, and the choice is going to be Trump or not Trump. Trump goes to the White House or Trump goes to the jailhouse. That's what we get.
Yep. One more, Whoopi Goldberg, real quick.
And the other guy is not going to fix it at all. So it is, for me, no, that doesn't require that. I'm just saying, when you think about one issue votes, you have to realize that in our world, we're all sort of connected to all of this. So this isn't a one issue vote. When we're talking about, listen, you don't have to like the person, but you have the right to vote for the person that you want. That's all good. But to have a non-committed vote, for me, is hard, because I know how hard people fought to get the right to have their voices heard.
Yeah.
But
Here's the one issue.
With respect, that's people having their voices heard. And they didn't do it in an election where it can hurt Joe Biden. They knew Joe Biden would still win this primary and get the delegates. Yeah. It was the smartest, most respectful kind of protest to have.
I keep saying the one issue that we are going to vote on is Roe. I mean, this is on Hannity. Trump says Roe v. Wade allowed women to kill the baby after birth. No. He said they demagogued the issue in 2022. Oh, meaning that we said women are going to lose their bodily autonomy? Yeah, he said, I think it hurt Republicans. I love him trying to distance himself, even though he takes credit for it, right? It's just like the vaccine. I mean, he's like, I did that. I overturned Roe v. Wade. He said he told Senator Katie Britt, Republican of Alabama, we're on the side of women. I don't know what women believe that, but not a majority. That's for sure.
No, they can write it off. They can write off young people. I mean, they're not even trying anymore. He didn't put Laura Trump in charge of the RNC to try to enact any policies. He didn't put her in charge of the RNC to try to help him actually get elected. This is all a massive grift. Yeah. And it's up to the dumbest white people in America to give E. Jean Carroll shopping money. Because that's what this is about.
I've said, if you like your comedy patriotic and not both sides do it, you at the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour is for you. And I know when I see John Fugelsang within a couple more days that we are this close to saving the world.
Yes.
Hour 2, Monday.
What?
The biggest announcement in the history of the world.
Are you dropping hints?
You guys are really bad at keeping secrets.
Yeah. It's a big.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to get me to not say anything.
It's
All
a
right, love
big
you.
ass announcement.
Guys, I'm going to be on Stephanie Rule tonight on MSNBC.
Oh, yay.
And on my show tonight, it's a very special town hall I did with Dr. Phil. He came on
Noted
my
doctor
show.
of boltology.
Let me tell you, I wanted this guy for years. We have a live audience. It is a very respectful debate. Yahoo News and USA Today have already picked up some of the controversy about it, but I hope everyone will listen to it. I don't know. I'm impressed that Dr. Phil agreed to go on my show because it wasn't like the Joe Rogan experience for him. But we got along. It's very, very respectful. Please check it out tonight.
But he probably chickened out on trans rights, didn't he? And all the stuff, all the smack he talks with Joe Rogan. He's not talking about John Fugelsang, is he?